Welcome to the Mr. Futurist podcast. Thanks for tuning in, and now your host, Dave Holt.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Mr. Futurist. Please help keep Mr. Futurist free by becoming a Patreon member. I'm trying to keep the website and the podcast free of all ads and commercialization so that I can basically talk about whatever I want when it comes to science and technology. By becoming a Patreon member, you help me to do that, and I really appreciate it. So visit my Patreon account and please become a Patreon member of Mr. Futurist. So the question today is, do you think Replika is really cool artificial intelligence that you cannot wait to use? Or is it creepy, invasive, soul-stealing app that's going too far? In case you don't know what Replika is, here's some text from Replika's website. Replika is your AI friend that you teach and grow in conversations. Your Replika learns from you, matches your personality, and becomes your best friend. Start growing your Replika today. Okay, and so that's from the website describing what they say Replika is. Very basic. Replika asks you questions, and based upon how you answer those questions, it learns how to become your best friend because it really gets to know you and your personality. I'm not talking basic questions because Replika goes deep with its questioning. Everything from your truest ambitions and your setbacks in life to your religious and spiritual preferences and more. Look, if someone or something is really going to be your best friend, shouldn't they be trusted with the deepest and at times darkest parts of who you are? Essentially, Replika is a chatbot that learns how to mimic and repeat our human programming. For those of you who still don't think all human beings are running an environmental programming, then try out Replika and find out for yourself. Keep in mind, Replika is not the highly advanced AI a lot of people are talking about, including yours truly. That's still on the way, and next time it will develop what we perceive as feelings. Some of you know what I'm talking about, but go ahead and tell Alexa that it's stupid and see what happens. Alexa, you're stupid.
That's not very nice to say.
Honey, stop being mean to Alexa.
But Alexa's a machine.
No, she's not.
This is a childish response compared to what is coming, so keep that in mind. Going to the Replika website, the egg with the different patterns reminds me of the Black Mirror episode where the woman was trapped inside of an egg device. If you haven't seen it, then check that one out. In fact, the Black Mirror series is the new Twilight Zone of today, and they're all worth watching. When you visit the website, each different egg pattern changes along with the website screen colors to reflect your inspiring, spiritual, zen, complex, cold, artistic, or sparkling Replika, and there are a lot more of them. So let's get into whether Replika is cool or creepy AI. Before we do that, let's look at some positives and also some negatives. First, the positives. There are a hell of a lot of lonely, friendless people in the world today, including tens of millions of young people who don't have the great support system of family and friends. Wouldn't having an AI friend who was always there for you, encouraging you to do and be your best, be a great thing? If you don't think it is, or would be, are you someone with supportive family and friends? Or are you someone who is lonely and friendless? Because where you come from on that question may be, in fact, related to your own personal life experience. Instead of teaching Replika to become more like you, you could teach Replika to become more like who you want to be and see yourself as. Then allow Replika to be the successful, positive, motivating life coach that you don't currently have in your life. You see, the game of life can be a lonely adventure, and AI apps like this could add something to our lives that's missing, yet desperately needed today. and has desperately been needed for a very long time. You see, we've never had the ability using technology to create a coach who knows us as well as one of our best friends, or to create a friend. So that's really interesting. I believe in the near future that we are going to have personal relationships with our AI machines, and that many people, in fact, I think most people, will have an AI machine or software as their best friend. Imagine each one of us being able to have our own personal life coach who really knows who we are and what we are all about and is rooting for us to succeed, or having someone who we perceive that really knows us and is always there for us and has our back. The loneliness and desperation to have someone or something who cares about us and gives us someone or something to talk to is always going to be there. Now let's talk about the negatives. For most of us, everywhere we go, everything we buy, all of our social media, cell phone calls, texts, emails, what we watch on TV or on the internet is being tracked. Please see my article, Shocking Data Analytics and Mind Control of the Future. Should we now allow the deepest personal parts of ourselves to be captured as data? Because doesn't that make us feel somehow less human? Many religious and spiritual people will claim that this technology is designed to steal and take the human soul, and that this has been talked about for a very long time in ancient cultures, and now it's finally coming to pass. And I'm not just talking about Christianity. I won't get into this, but there are many ancient cultures that talk about this type of thing, which is strange and also very interesting. Giving a machine this kind of data as to who we are and how we think and what we feel at the deepest levels of our being, isn't that kind of creepy and invasive? Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's something that we just do because it's part of creating something that's more than us, that can help us. Are you being old school here and ultra paranoid, or is it the last attempt to hang on to humanity at what makes you a human, and not giving away everything to an AI app or a piece of software? Keep in mind that my last article that I talked about, Data Analytics and Mind Control, it was one of the least responded articles I've written so far. I've also written an article on the website called Are We Building Artificial Brains and Uploading Minds to the Cloud Right Now? So on this article I got more response, and some people were scientists, and they all said it seems impossible, while others just said they realize that it's actually happening. So it seemed the more educated scientific part of the crowd said this is impossible and it could never happen. I didn't think personally that was very scientific. And the others responded with, yeah, it's happening and it's obvious that it is. You can actually go to any of my articles, so you can check out Are We Building Artificial Brains and Uploading Minds to the Cloud Right Now? And you can see the responses in there. And if you would like to add yours, you would like to talk about it as well, I appreciate that. And just go ahead and send me an email right from the article. There's a link there at the top. Hey, that's what Mr. Futurist is all about. Mr. Futurist isn't about me lecturing you on anything. It's simply asking you questions, giving you information, and finding out what you think and how you feel. That's all it is. No, and I'm not creating a bot. So what do you really think? Do you think Replika is really, really cool and you can't wait to try it out? Or do you think it's really creepy and invasive and it's going way, way too far? If any of you out there have tried Replika out, I'd love to get your response, even if you played with it for a little while, a week or two, or if you're still using it daily, love to talk with you and to get your response, add it to this article so I can get some real response from real users of this. In fact, we are going to try Replika out ourselves, and in a future podcast and article, I will be giving you my feelings on it as well after I've gotten a chance to use it. Let us know. Let us know what you think. And I've posted a marketing video for Replika down below. Check that out. It's really, really interesting, and comment on that as well. So I appreciate you joining Mr. Futurist today. And again, hit us up on our Patreon page. Help support and keep us ad-free. Until next time, thanks for listening.
We appreciate your support for Mr. Futurist and hope you enjoyed our show. We can really use your support, so please visit the website and spread the word. Be sure to tune in for our next Mr. Futurist podcast, coming soon.